So I went to go see the movie Lawless tonight, and Lawless is off the freaking chain. Seriously. Lawless is about three brothers in the 1930s who were bootleggers. And they, if you don't know what a bootlegger is somebody who makes corn liquor and shit, liquor out of anything. Dish rags, potatoes, grass, whatever. And transport it and sell it and do whatever they do, and that's how they make their living. So, these three brothers, Jake is the baby brother, Harold is the middle brother, and Forrest, who's the big, scary big brother. Now, these three brothers, Jake is played by Shia, whatever his last name is, from Transformers, and he actually gets beat up and mushed around a lot in this movie. He's so used to his brothers protecting him, he never really kind of learned how to do it for himself. And I kind of felt for him in this movie behind that, because in real life, Shia got mushed around, beat up, and punked at a restaurant. He was at some restaurant in New York, and some dude who probably thinks, you know, people who play celebrities in movies and superheroes and superhumans, that they're probably badass in person, and I'm going to tried him. And they were successful because they mushed him around and threw him down to the ground in the streets of New York. It was embarrassing because it was caught on film. And so I felt for him in this movie, like, damn, is that bringing flashbacks to you, nigga? But anyway, so he, he gets mushed around. Now, Harold is the kind of guy who gets drunk and gets crazy, kind of like Junebug, you know, the kind that you invite to the 4th of July outing, but never to Thanksgiving inside the house. You can invite him to 4th of July because that's out by the lake at Anacostia Park or whatever. So whatever he tear up, the city paid for it anyway. You ain't worried about that shit. But you don't want him at your mama's house, your grandmama's house for Thanksgiving, because he might knock down the shafer and all that. You don't want that shit. You don't want that shit. The chaperone cabinet, y'all remember the chaperone cabinet? You don't want that nigga knocking that shit over, because that's a nigga that would do that. But, and there was, Forrest, run, Forrest. Forrest in this movie was a bad summer. Now, he was the kind of dude who was a man of few words. Like, he would go around, and you knew what he was saying. You understood it. I just met him for the first time tonight in this movie, and I understood him. He was the kind of dude that you didn't mess with. Like, if he said, don't touch me, you never touched him again. He was not nobody's punk in any sense of the word. And he was a cat of 9 lives. You'll understand it when you go see the movie. He was a cat of 9 lives. Like, this cat just kept coming. You did not mess with this dude. He was crazy that way. He believed he was invincible. And now he kind of made me feel like if you believe you're invincible, then you are. Like, whatever you believe you are, that's what you are. And, you know, I was thinking back about that Shia piece. Like, I remember one time when I was in a club with my good girlfriend Amy and Austin. I don't even know if they remember this. Back when I used to hang in clubs and not work in clubs. Well, wait a minute, pause. Because I don't want y'all thinking I was a rump shaker or a pole dancer. T-Bot's a pole dancer? When did this happen? No, I work with artists in clubs now. But back then when I used to hang out in clubs, I got mushed in my face by this dude who was like 6'29", 300, all muscle. He looked like he was from Cell Block 3 Maximum Security in Lorton. He scared me. And yeah, he mushed me in the face. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever talked about this, and I didn't do anything. In my head, I wanted to smack him and say, motherfucker, why did you put your hands on me? But in my heart, I just sat there. I didn't do a damn thing because I knew better. And even my good girlfriend Amy said, hey! And then she just gave him a mean stare. But that was all we did. That was all we were capable of doing. Because I didn't want to get what? Knocked the fuck out. So anyway, back to the movie. Forrest. Forrest is the kind of guy, like, even in the movie, Forrest gets with this girl, but I think she kind of gets with him because he's the kind of dude that if you didn't give him some pussy, he was gonna kill you. You know, the kind of dude, you be like, I'm just gonna give him some pussy, because otherwise, I'm gonna die tonight. Not by rape, but by strangulation. Like, he just looked crazy in that kind of way. Like, he was sexy as hell, but sexy in his, like, if you're a cheater, you wouldn't mess with Forrest, because you would never cheat on Forrest. I don't care if Forrest's dinkalink was this big and his stroke was like, and that's it. You would tell him he had the biggest dinkalink you ever did see in your life, and his stroke lasted from here to eternity, and you just loved him a long time. Because I'm telling you, Forrest was not the kind of dude you mess with. He would choke you, and not in a good way. For y'all that's like into that, not in a good way. But I definitely suggest this movie. I thought it was excellent. It was really good. I was on the edge of my seat from the very freaking beginning to almost damn near the last 2 minutes of this movie. Like, seriously, I was scared. I think everybody was kind of on the edge of their seats. Like, it's funny in parts, but not meant to be. But it's rough for real. So yeah, go see Lawless. It was excellent.